Hello from San Francisco, California. We're live at Oracle Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the San Francisco Giants. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So, almost ready to get underway. And starting this one, Ross Stripling. And singing, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boog, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Raimel Tapia leading things off and takes a strike. Kicks and deals. And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. Oh, and 2 now. Got him. 1 out.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Here's Alex Verdugo. That clips the zone. Strike 1. Verdugo, former second-round pick by the Dodgers back in 2014. And Chris, I think one of the things that people always focus on with him, he was the centerpiece to that Mookie Betts trade between the Dodgers and the Red Sox. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and many people would say that's a ton of pressure to go into a place like Boston with those shoes to fill. And you know what? He went in there saying he was going to be himself and put up some pretty good numbers.
Bounce to the right side. Nice efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out. Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Getting guys across the plate, not exactly a forte for them this year, as their offense is in the bottom third of the league in runs scored.
Boogie becomes extremely frustrating, and then what happens is guys press, especially in run scoring opportunities and situations. And on top of that, I mean, you really make it harder on your pitcher. He feels like he's got to be perfect to go out there and win a ball game, or at least to put the team in a position to win a ball game. So they've got to figure out a way to relax, get those runners across when they have them on, and especially when they're in scoring position.
The 1-0. Just missed. He swings and fouls 1 off. That one in for a strike. 2-2. Next offering is fouled back. Next one misses, and the count's full. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's Trevor Story. That one drilled left field, and that's a fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Devers coming home. He will score, and it's 1-0.
Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
Justin Turner now comes in 5th in the American League in batting average. That's in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Two outs. Next offering is outside. And the right-hander deals. On the ground. Flores fires over to first. And Turner is retired. That ends the frame. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here at the ballpark. And on the mound in this one, James Paxton. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, he got into the 8th inning his last time out, really pitching deep into games as of late. We'll see today how many innings he's got in him.
Austin Slater stands in.
The center fielder, Austin Slater.
A wind and a pitch. There's a strike. And a foul ball. Paxton deals. Got him swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of guys didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Red Sox already leading.
Ball.
Next offering misses. Ball 2.
2 balls, no strike.
Good eye right there. There's a strike. 3-1.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And now Jack Peterson. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1. Tries to check his swing. Now look to third. And yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Kenny Jansen. Davis leads off first with 1 away. Misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
It's a good take.
struck him out looking.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a two-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Mitch Haniger stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Here comes a pitch.
Ball 2.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That one finds the corner. Now 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. And it's fouled away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
And now the lefty. Swing and a base hit.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter,
Thairo Estrada to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. Strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Next one is off the plate. Going to count 1 and 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
1-2, bottom of the first. The pitch. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Giants leave a couple, still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here at Oracle Park, second inning set to go. And now it's Garrett Cooper up to hit. The pitch. That one missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he established that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
That's a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
At the plate, Masataka Yoshida. This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Well done behind the dish. Runner at first with no outs here. Next offering upstairs. There's the strike, and it's 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a miss. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit and run called from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Stripling makes the grab, out number 2.
The catch, number 3, Reed McGuire.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Reese McGuire. And a strike in there. Yo 1. Swinging a foul straight back. Left-hand hitter waits. Good job to fight that one off. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the guys in this lineup.
The wind of the pitch. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to third, and that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. And welcome back. And now it's Wilmer Flores.
The second baseman,
Paxton back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. And fouled off. Kicks and fires. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
See how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing. That high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. And that'll bring up Brandon Crawford. Brandon Crawford, a player who has been a stalwart at shortstop for the San Francisco Giants. Helped them win World Series in 2012 and 2014. And he comes from a line of Giants fans. His parents, Mike and Lynn, they had Giant season tickets. They took Brandon to games all the time growing up. And the 0-2. Ball one there.
Yeah, Bay Area kid who loved his San Francisco Giants, and so cool that he was able to establish a career with this team. Got to the big leagues pretty quickly, called up a little bit early, and never went back down again.
Crawford has played the most games at shortstop in Giants history. You could make a pretty good case he's the best shortstop in the history of the franchise. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two now. Caught him looking for the K. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
This is Joey Bart. First offering, and it just misses.
Nope,
And
that's
another
a
ball.
2-0.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 3. And a 4-pitch walk.
Take the base.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
So here's Wade now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Pitch misses, 2-1. Late with the swing there. And downstairs.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Austin Slater on deck for San Francisco. The pitch. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that one hops the wall. Bart around third. He comes across to score, and the Giants tie it up. It's 1-1. On about third, but back to second safely. So digging in, Austin Slater led off the game with a strikeout. That one is upstairs. That's off the mark. Now 2-0. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
The 2-1. Fair ball. Wade headed for the plate. Yoshida throws to second, and he's in there as they jump ahead. A run scores.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now it's J.D. Davis. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. That one outside, and it's 1-0. And now it's even up.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Slater on at second with 2 down. Next offering is fouled back. The pitch. Hard ground ball, base knock. Slater rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores. It's 3-1.
Well done. Drives in the run. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And Jock Peterson stands in. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That hits the dirt. Ball one. And delivers outside. Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Next offering is fouled back. The 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Giants 3 and the Red Sox 1. On to the third inning, and stepping in for Boston, Adam Duvall.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Next offering is in for a strike. Wide to kick the pitch. In the air to left down the line. Peterson drifts towards it. He makes the grab, and there's one away.
Now back, the center fielder,
Raimel Tapia up to hit. Struck out looking in his first at bat. Tapia goes 6 feet 3 inches, hitting leadoff in today's game. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. That one the other way, takes it in for the out.
the batter,
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Alex Verdugo. Grounded out his first time. Pitch misses inside. 1-0.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle. And with 2 outs, 1 swing can put you right back in this ball game.
And that one wrapped foul. And he dropped it. But in time, nice job to stay with it to end the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now batting Mitch Haniger.
the right fielder, Mitch Haniger.
Paxton back to work. Haniger, a former All-Star, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Next pitch misses, and now 2-0.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
McGuire makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And now the DH, Tyro Estrada. And that's down and away. Next offering is in for a strike. And a pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And up next for the Giants, Wilmer Flores. He's 0 for 1. 0-1.
0-1 to count.
And he deals. And that one fouled off. And the next pitch is way outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And here it comes. That one off the mark. 2-2.
2 balls.
Estrada, the base runner at first with 1 out. Next pitch misses inside, and it's 3-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Goes down looking. Here's Crawford now. Open stance on that left side. Caught looking his first time up. Snap throw to first. Estrada back in on a dive. Randy Crawford, a kid who grew up a Giants fan. His dad had season tickets at Candlestick Park and then at, what was it initially, Pac Bell Park. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Kicks and deals. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
And ball 1. The 1-2. And now 2-2. Swings and misses. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. 1 left for San Francisco, but they still lead it 3-1. Welcome back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Rafael Devers. The right-hander back to work. There's the strike. Next offering misses down and away. Off the mark there. And that's ball 2. And Devers hits that one. Peterson makes the grab on the run. Here's Trevor Story now. He doubled home a run in his first AB. In there for strike 1.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
And the pitch. And that one fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Just missed. And now the count filled up 3-2. That's a laser base hit.
The bat, number 2, shortstop, Justin.
One gone, runner at first. Here's Turner now. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. Now move to first. Story back in at a dive. That one's in there, and now it's even 1-1. Fought off foul. The pitch.
Oh, that's just good.
And now it's filled up. Here comes a 3-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Garrett Cooper up next for the Red Sox. And he's already singled in this game. Stripling checks on first. Oh, he throws it away. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And the righty deals. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Peterson makes the grab. One left for the Red Sox. Score holds. It's 3-1. Back here in San Francisco, here's Joey Bart now. The wind of the pitch. That's in there. Strike one. Now 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Nick Pivetta appears to be getting loose. Bayo warming up as well. That's towards center. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Doubled his first time up.
Trust me when I tell you, no exceptions to the rule. Bringing blessings when I move. Special on my essence.
Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. And the 0-1. They say you win.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Next offering is downstairs. Out towards right center field. Tapia sprinting after this one. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, bro. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. James Paxton is done, and not his finest start. Never really looked comfortable out there. We'll have a new pitcher when we get back. Nick Pivetta taking over on the mound. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Nick Pivetta.
And now the center fielder, Austin Slater, 1 for 2. On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Got him. That's out number 2.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Now it's J.D. Davis.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Wait, at second with 2 down. That one misses, and that's ball 2. Right-handed reliever, and a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Man at second. That clips a corner.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another guy in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
And that one is lifted in the air. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. So the Giants leave 1, and the score stays 3-1. Back here at the ballpark, now the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida.
Masataka Yoshida.
And a pitch. Ball 1, no strikes.
You know, these Red Sox need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And the right-hander deals. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Left-hand batter waits. And that's a little high. Three-1 now. And he walked him.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now here is Reese McGuire. Struck out swinging his first time. That's in for a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. Liner snagged it first. Dives for the bag. Got him. Double play. Adam Duvall at the plate. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time. And that one sliced foul. Saying Adam Duvall's a guy that's had a nice career, but 2021, the year that was kind of the signature year in his resume. Here comes a pitch. There's a strike.
Well, most importantly, a World Series champion with the Atlanta Braves. First inning World Series Grand Slam. The swing he will never forget.
Now a fly ball to right center. Haniger has a beat on it. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Jock Peterson. Duvall split that season between Miami and Atlanta in 21. Ended up winning the Gold Glove, and he led the National League in runs batted in. Yeah, the right-hander back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
And 1-2. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And that's too high. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Haniger, the next to hit, takes outside. The 1-0. Rolled over to third. Devers slings to first, and they take care of Haniger for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Tyro.
2 outs, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Tyro Estrada. Ball 1 low.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Next pitch is popped up. Story makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing there for San Francisco as the lead remains 3-1. And welcome back. Here's the center fielder, Raimel Tapia. The pitch. And that's outside. Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Johnny Brebbia, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Alexander getting cranked up as well. The wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
This one high in the air to left center. Peterson makes the grab. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Now it's the DH, Alex Verdugo. Verdugo, 26 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
And a ground ball to first, and it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. That's outside, and that is ball 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Next offering is in for a strike. Rafael Devers, part of that 2018 team that won it all, but over the past couple of years, he has really turned into one of the top hitters, certainly one of the top left-handed hitters in the American League. And that is in for a strike. And the count 1-2.
Yeah, and his ability to handle pitches as well outside the zone on the fringes, just impressive. I know we'll never forget the night that he hit a home run off of Aroldis Chapman slightly above the top of the strike zone and just clobbered it to left center field.
Yeah, that pitch was over 100 miles an hour from Chapman, and he raked it out of the ballpark. Verdugo, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Next pitch is outside. That misses the zone, and a full count now.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ripped to third and caught to first, but he's back in time. Nice hustle to avoid the double play there.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Pitch is in there. Strike one. And he deals. Out to short. And that is that.
That's an out.
One hit, one left. 6, 7, 8, 2 in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Giants 3 and the Red Sox 1. Welcome back. Here's the second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
The second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Pavetta back to work. That's a slider for a strike.
Well, these Giants really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Next offering is fouled back. And there's a ball.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Next pitch is outside. And here's a 3-2. Stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Now this is in the air down the line. Duvall towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch.
Now batting, shortstop.
Here's Brandon Crawford, who's over 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Crawford goes 6'1", 225 pounds, and he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. One down, base is empty. Way high.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
2-1.
Good eye right there.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full. And that's ball 4.
Now batting, catcher.
Man at first, and up next for San Francisco, Joey Bart. Ground ball could be 2. On to second, they get 1. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're through 6 full. It's the Giants 3 and the Red Sox 1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Johnny Brebbia. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Here's Justin Turner.
Leading off the shortstop, Justin Turner.
The wide to kick the pitch. Liner, base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Cooper in the box now, takes strike 1. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And now 1 and 2.
Fooled on that pitch, got a little anxious, and now in a 2-strike count, he's going to have to widen out his stance, choke up on the bat, and really make sure he has pitch recognition before pulling the trigger.
Davis slings to second, throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, an aggressive slide right there at second base, but that's a legal slide. I like that because you're trying to do whatever you can to break up the double play, and it looked like it had an effect on that throw just a little bit. Couldn't get enough on it to get the second out at first for that double play. Nice job by the base runner.
Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. That hits the dirt. Ball 1. On the ground, 2 ball. The throw to second is offline.
The catch, number 3, Reese McGuire.
Scott Alexander on the pitch here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Here's the catcher to hit, Reese McGuire.
A little surprised we don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
And a foul ball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
At the belt and fires.
That's a ball.
Cooper on second. Yoshida over at first with 1 away. Good eye in that spot.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Left-hand hitter waits. Little chopper rolls foul. Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. No, he held up. And a payoff pitch. Downstairs, and it misses, ball 4.
No, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So bases loaded with one away. So stepping in for Boston, Adam Duvall. And that's in there for strike one.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Red Sox with a chance to tie it up. Base hit center field. One runs in. Here's the throw. Run comes in from second. Back even. It's 3-3.
Just a huge at bat right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Really important at bat coming up now.
And now the center fielder, Raimel Tapia. There's a strike. The 0-1. Ripped on a line. Could be extra bases. One runs in.
Comes through with the RBI. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Jacob Junis.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Now the number 2 hitter, Alex Verdugo. 1 for 3. In there, and it's 0-1.
Looking for some insurance, or as our friends down in the South would say,
insurance.
No matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
To third, down to third, and he gets back safely. Great play from his knees for the out.
Third basemen have to be so quick with their first step reactions, hot shots like that. That's why they call it the hot corner. That's a perfect example, though. There's no way he gloves that one if he's not dialed in, anticipating something coming his way, staying on his toes every pitch. Really nice job to get back up, set himself, and make a strong throw across the diamond.
Here's Rafael Devers. Yeah, the first offering is not close. Two outs, 2 in scoring position. Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Foul ball there. Next pitch is outside, and it's 1-1. Fouled off. He was late. Out towards right center field. And no one can get there. One runs in. The second run scores. It's a 3-run game, 6-3.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
So 2 down, and stepping in for Boston, Justin Turner. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. First and second, 2 down. Swings and misses. And a count 1-1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
1-2 now. And misses inside. Ground ball left side, and that's a fair ball. Devers coming home. He'll score easily. It's 7-3.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you gotta make them pay.
Garrett Cooper now at the plate. Swings through that one. 0-1. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Next one is off the plate. And the count even 1-1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Got him looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. So a great inning there as they bat around to score 6 times to open up the lead. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Giants 3. Set for the last half of the 7th, and digging in for San Francisco, Lamont Wade Jr. The pitch. That one is hammered right field. Duvall ranging back up against the wall and brings it in.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
So the batting order turns over. Austin Slater, the next Giant to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First pitch just misses.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Next offering is in for a strike. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Righty to the plate. And down on strikes he goes. And 2 away now.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. Now, J.D. Davis. Just missed. And a pitch. That one missed.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Next offering upstairs.
With 2 out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
3-0 down. That's through there for a strike. And that one got a piece of him.
Well, that pitch right there didn't even sniff the zone. He was all out of whack on that delivery.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's the left fielder, Jock Peterson. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Davis, the runner at first with 2 gone. And here it comes. Ball 1 there. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Next one misses, and it's 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. Duvall going back some more, and it hits the fence. Pulls into third safely. A run comes in on the play.
Everything came together for him. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
And in scoring position with 2 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mitch Haniger. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Kicks and deals. And it's even up.
1-1.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Slapped foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Giants 4. Back here at Oracle Park, we're at the top of the 8th. So stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. And the pitch. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. The wind of the pitch. That's down and in.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Davis makes the catch, and there's 1 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
On the ground, Flores. And a couple of quick outs.
The right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Adam Duvall.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
First offering misses the mark.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
And the 1-0. That misses off the outside edge. Inside, just missed. There's a strike. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. How big a deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal because if you pitch to the previous hitter with the power he has, he can hit a home run. I think it was a calculated walk. We'll see how it pays off here.
And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. That one's in there. And that is strike 2. Movement in the bullpen. Luke Jackson up and throwing for Gabe Kapler. Junis picks to first. And he dives back in safely. Next pitch is downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ball evens the count. Kicks and fires. And there's a hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Nice line drive to the pole side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now Alex Verdugo in there for strike 1. Duvall over at second. Tapia on at first with 2 down. Strike 2.
0-2.
Check swing, and that's a ball. And this one bounces away from Bart. In the air to left center. Peterson makes the grab. And Verdugo is set down. And the inning is over. Boston strands a pair. They hold a 7-4 lead. New pitcher on here, Kenley Jansen.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can, so it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Tyro Estrada digs in now. The Giants in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
The pitch. Just off the outside edge. Ball 1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Here's a 1-1. And another ball.
Yeah, and one thing about Kenley, that cutter, just devastating. And it reminds me of Mariano Rivera, just how dominating that pitch can be.
Right-handed reliever. And a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. Got him looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Wilmer Flores, the next Giant to hit.
Wilmer Flores.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Jansen, multi-time All-Star. He throws a cutter, a two-seamer, and he works in a slider. Next offering is in for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Oh, 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 gone now.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Crawford in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And a pitch. That one missing inside. And a 1-1. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. And now the count is even. Left-hand batter waits. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And the righty deals. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in San Francisco, all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for Boston, Rafael Devers. Junis back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Hit hard. That gets through.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Trevor Story. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Good job to fight that one off. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike 3.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
That hits the dirt. 1-0. There's a strike. Righty delivers. And that's too high. Slice the other way and foul. The pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And he deals. He goes down looking.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And ball 1. Devers off of first with 2 away. Foul ball. The 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his second strikeout. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Giants 4. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Chris Martin.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Now it's the Giants catcher, Joey Bart.
The catcher, Joey Bart.
The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Martin, in his 7th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, a splitter, a sinker, and he works in a slider. In the air out towards right center. It falls in, and that's a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
He obviously put a very nice swing on that pitch and really drove it towards the gap, but I'm pretty surprised he only ended up on first right there. And it's kind of hard to say if there was some hesitation or if they just decided to play it safe.
And up next for the Giants, Lamont Wade Jr. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And the right-hander deals. And a foul ball. Foul ball, still 0-2. And that's outside. That one misses, and the count is 2-2. At the belt and fires. On the ground to third. Over to Story for one. On to Cooper, and it's a double play.
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter, Austin Slater. And that's in there for strike one. Swing and a miss. Shoots a line drive single into right center.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Next to hit, J.D. Davis. 0-1. And here it comes. Now 1-1. Here comes a pitch. There's the strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Martin throws over. Slater back in standing.
Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
Ground ball up the middle. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Red Sox take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Of a feather are flocking out.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Giants, 4 runs on 9 hits. 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 32 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 41,915. The Giants